What is going on, everybody? This is Cool Convict here. I wanted to go ahead and give a tutorial on how to get the Lady Death Exotic weapon in Division 2 because I tried to look it up myself, a couple of videos, and there were a couple of things that people were doing that was not necessarily needed in order to unlock this weapon. So yes, true enough, there are some stipulations to it. So the way it usually works is if you do not have the expansion, then you can do the hyena key run and get it out of the hyena key boxes in DC. But if you have the expansion, then the easiest way to get it is in the Warlords DLC. And what we would do is you would actually go to the spot that I got marked on the map here. And I had heard, where they were saying, reset the map every time that the bosses don't show up. And they were saying that Adam and Eve were the two bosses that you had to kill. Well, I found out that you don't actually have to kill just Adam and Eve. You can kill any boss, but in this same area. So the area of the map they had was correct. Once you reach this area, the game has a way of resetting the enemies that show up in this area simply by you just killing the enemies that show up in the area to reset that section of the map. So what I did was I spawned over to that area, and then I actually started making laps around the building to the right of that area and just killing off all the enemies. So as you'll see right here, I killed these enemies here pretty quick. Just use my hive, got them out of the way. Then I go ahead, pick up whatever items are here, and then I go ahead and make another lap around this building. So as we make the lap around the building, it resets the enemy. So every time I saw, enemies pop up on the map, I immediately went and destroyed those enemies. So then what you do is once you get towards the end of it, I actually ended up getting the boss to spawn a little bit sooner than you expect. So as we make the laps around, you'll actually notice that they change what they're doing. So the first enemies were dropping off some resources. The second set of enemies were actually going to drop off some food. So I took out these enemies here, and then we make our way around again. So then once we made our way around again, I'm gonna find some enemies that were actually patrolling a little bit outside of the building that I was making laps around. So let's pick up that hive. So then as you'll see, I'm gonna make a lap around. The enemies that I had originally killed are no longer there, but off to the left here, there's gonna be some enemies patrolling. So then I noticed the enemies patrolling, so I went and took those enemies out too, to completely reset all the actions that were taking place by the Rikers in this area. It does have to be a Riker boss. Took out these enemies here, finally decided, okay, I'm gonna make my way back down to the area that I had marked on the map. As you can see, I never really fully got outside of this area. So we're gonna make our way back around, and you're gonna notice when I run through this time, there's gonna be a fight going on. So there's gonna actually be Rikers and Black Tusk over here fighting. So I noticed the enemies over there fighting. At this time, I didn't even know it was a boss over here. I just wanted to get in to see if it was time to reset again. And as you're gonna notice, as this fight is taking place, enemies are gonna start making their way towards me, and they're gonna hit that hive. And you're gonna see the boss that I kill to get the Lady Death to finally drop for me. I did run through this a few different times and a couple other sequences, but this sequence was actually faster. So as you can see, Chuckles is who I killed to get it to drop. And there you see it. Make our way up, and there's Lady Death. Go ahead and get a picture of myself. So if this helped you out in any way possible, go ahead and hit that like button, give me a thumbs up. Also subscribe, that lets me know that you want to see more Division 2 content from me. You can also find me over on Instagram at It's DJ Cool, where I post Apex, Call of Duty, and Division 2 content. So without further ado, keep it cool. I'm out.